With the cutting-edge technologies developed by Bloom Innovative Technology Company, Ridge Valley High has become a dream school for children everywhere. A place where the younger generation is shaped and trained to become future leaders from an early age. The company's founder and CEO is Tobias, who invests in Ridge Valley High after his Azalea smartphone turns into a global phenomenon, and with the constant stream of advanced technology sponsored by Bloom Innovative Technology Company, the campus quickly transforms into a space filled with state-of-the-art facilities. Yet beneath its polished exterior, one question lingers: that is everything truly as perfect as it seems? Or are there hidden secrets waiting beneath the surface? At the same time, Daphne is a high school student who runs a moderately popular website where she often shares her thoughts about the possibility of aliens and other supernatural phenomena. Velma is her online friend and frequent listener, but she does not believe in supernatural theories. She trusts science and firmly believes that everything in the world has a logical explanation. While they are chatting, Daphne suddenly tells Velma that her parents are moving to Ridge Valley, the very place where Velma is currently studying. However, unlike Daphne's visible excitement, Velma reacts with little interest, and it seems that something far more important is weighing on her mind. After their conversation ends, Daphne steps into what feels like a perfect morning where everything unfolds exactly the way she hopes. Although she has studied abroad in many different countries since childhood, she still feels nervous because this is her first time truly starting over here. Meanwhile, Velma struggles to fit in at school because she has the uneasy sense that everyone is deliberately keeping their distance from her. She feels irritated and distracted, so when Daphne calls her name unexpectedly, she chooses to ignore it. Before Daphne can figure out what is going on, then Carol appears. She is the senior advisor at Ridge Valley High and the one responsible for guiding new students around campus. Daphne almost gets hit by a flying ball if she did not bend down to pick up a tulip-shaped badge from the ground. Carol then continues the campus tour, showing Daphne classrooms and facilities equipped with the latest innovations. The most impressive invention is the Azalea smartphone, a device capable of instantly accessing and displaying detailed information about the person standing in front of it. While Daphne and Carol are talking, Spencer and Michaela walk over and introduce themselves. The conversation flows easily and they quickly discover shared interests. Carol also takes the opportunity to explain the Bloom bracket at Ridge Valley High, a highly competitive ranking system that evaluates students based on academics, extracurricular achievements, and even their social media presence. The Bloom bracket functions similarly to a GPA system but operates on a far more comprehensive scale. At the end of each semester, only one student with the highest overall ranking earns the opportunity to intern at Bloom Innovative Technology Company, a workplace widely regarded as one of the most prestigious destinations for young innovators. Spencer currently holds the top position on the Bloom bracket, and he is passionate about his latest idea. He wants to invent a smartphone that can instantly prepare food. Shortly after Spencer and Michaela walk away, Daphne and Carol notice Velma nearby. Carol is visibly surprised to learn that Daphne already knows her. Curious, Daphne tries to look up more information about Velma using the Azalea smartphone, but no data appears on the screen. With nothing else to distract her, Daphne approaches Velma and attempts to start a conversation, yet Velma firmly declines and explains that she has something important to deal with. At that moment, Spencer and Michaela return and casually reveal that Velma currently ranks last on the Bloom bracket. Daphne finds it almost impossible to believe. Before long, Daphne's first day at Ridge Valley High comes to an end. As Spencer and Michaela prepare to leave, Spencer reminds Daphne that the two of them will be lab partners for an experiment the following day. As Daphne is putting away her belongings, the lights suddenly flicker and a dark shadow rushes past behind her. Startled and unsure of what to do, she accidentally bumps into Velma. The strange incident immediately puts both of them on edge. Daphne wants to investigate and Velma agrees without hesitation. They consider several possibilities, wondering whether someone is secretly controlling something behind the scenes or if the computer club is experiencing a power outage. Just then they spot Spencer standing in front of his locker. To their shock, he steps forward and seems to walk straight through it as if a hidden doorway has opened. Daphne and Velma rush after him and discover a concealed passageway behind the lockers. However, before they can explore any further, Daphne's father suddenly appears. He explains that he has come to pick her up but accidentally trips along the way. By the time they leave, night has already fallen and he returns home with an injured leg. His sudden appearance at school only deepens Daphne's suspicion. When Daphne presses him with questions, he finally admits that he and her mother have always tried to protect her. They believe that constantly moving from place to place has disrupted her life, and they feel responsible for keeping her safe. He confesses that many aspects of her seemingly perfect life, from breakfasts carefully prepared according to her preferences to her flawless academic performance, have been quietly arranged by them behind the scenes. Hearing this, Daphne grows upset. She does not want to live inside a carefully controlled world. She insists that she can take care of herself and walks away to her room. When being alone, she breaks down in tears, longing for someone she can talk to. Velma is the first person who comes to mind, but Velma does not respond to her messages. Feeling lost and restless, Daphne sits beneath a tree outside, trying to clear her thoughts. To her surprise, the voice recorder she carries has captured the sound made by the mysterious shadow from earlier. When morning arrives, Daphne experiences her first day without her parents' invisible protection. Misfortune seems to follow her at every turn. She gets chewing gum stuck to her clothes, a balloon hits her on the head, and someone accidentally spills food on her during lunch. Soon it is time for the science experiment, but Daphne is shocked to see Spencer standing there in a dazed, almost mechanical state. He also chooses another student to work with, even though he told her the day before that they would be in a group. With no other option, Daphne pairs up with Velma. Daphne quickly tells Velma about Spencer's strange behavior, but Velma appears distant and reluctant to get involved, even when Daphne mentions that she has discovered a new clue. Velma insists that they should not interfere in matters that do not concern them. During the experiment, Velma works independently, which leads to tension between the two. Noticing the disagreement, their teacher Nussbaum calls both of them to the principal's office. Fortunately, the principal turns out to be a relative of Velma's, so they avoid serious trouble. She reveals that Velma used to be an exceptional student with perfect grades before enrolling at Ridge Valley High. In an attempt to help them reconcile, the principal introduces an experimental robot developed by Bloom Innovative Technology Company. The machine activates its conflict resolution program, but because it is still in the testing phase, it malfunctions and behaves unpredictably. The principal decides to repair it later, yet she still encourages the two girls to resolve their conflict on their own. The automated chair keeps nudging them closer together until they finally give in and talk honestly. Velma then admits the truth. She confesses that she has been trying to push Daphne away because she is aware of the strange incidents happening at school and wants to protect her from getting involved. After hearing this, Daphne begins to understand Velma's behavior and suggests that they work together to uncover the mystery. In a quiet moment, Velma shares additional information. Before Spencer's sudden change, there was a similar case involving a student who used to be a world-class violinist. After experiencing a comparable incident, that student loses the ability to play even a single note. Strangely, the parents dismiss it as normal teenage behavior and show little concern. Daphne and Velma approach Michaela and Carol to ask about Spencer. They explain that Spencer once possesses an encyclopedic mind and seems to know everything, but now he struggles to form complete sentences. On social media, his personality also appears entirely different. As a result, he drops dramatically from the top position to the very bottom of the Bloom bracket. Michaela and Carol suspect that Griffin is responsible, thinking he may want to take Spencer's top position on the Bloom bracket. Griffin comes from an extremely talented family, and his older siblings have won numerous competitions organized by Bloom Innovative Technology Company. The next day, Bloom Innovative Technology Company holds a presentation at Ridge Valley High. Tobias announces a new update for the Azalea smartphone, revealing that it can now prepare food instantly. However, Velma and Daphne are not interested, so while everyone else is distracted, they quietly slip away. They head to Spencer's locker to search for the hidden door behind it, but there is no door at all, which leaves them confused. The only thing they find is a blue ribbon, the kind once worn by girls in earlier decades. While they are talking, the janitor catches them and they are sent to the principal's office again. Their suspicious behavior frustrates the principal, and she decides to punish them by making them wear shame stickers on their uniforms. However, this does not stop them. They approach Griffin to look for more clues. Griffin is now ranked first and replaces Spencer, but Velma and Daphne are surprised to see that he is also in a dazed state. He walks toward his locker and disappears through the hidden door behind it. By the time they chase after him, the door has already vanished. At that moment, the principal catches them again. Although they explain that they are investigating the strange events at school, she does not believe them and gives them a harsher punishment by using a drone to monitor them. After seeing Griffin in the same dazed condition as Spencer, Velma and Daphne remove him from their list of suspects. They realize that the only way to get close to the mastermind is to reach the top of the Bloom bracket, because that will surely attract attention. They quickly form a new plan and Velma is chosen to carry it out. She works hard to climb the rankings. She and Daphne use some clever tactics to eliminate a few competitors. Soon Velma reaches second place while Michaela holds first place. Although they both care about Michaela, they decide to act unfairly for the sake of their larger goal. While Velma and Daphne are sabotaging Michaela's artwork for the art exhibition, the dark shadow suddenly appears, and panicked they accidentally discover a hidden room. They follow the passage and realize that it connects to the locker door they have been searching for. However, the shadow returns, which forces them to run again. They soon enter a strange room where they unexpectedly find Michaela trapped inside. They try to rescue her but fail. At the same time, they discover that Spencer's social media account has been impersonated. When the shadow approaches again, they hide and set a trap. They successfully capture it only to discover that the shadow is actually Daphne's father. He admits that he does not believe his daughter can handle everything on her own, so he has been following her. Although he frightens them, his actions help them find the hidden room. Inside, Velma and Daphne notice the logo of Bloom Innovative Technology Company on several technological devices. They begin to suspect that Tobias is behind everything. But he moves ahead of them by kidnapping Daphne's mother. Velma and Daphne have no choice but to go to Bloom Innovative Technology Company with help from her father. The two of them manage to break in sooner than expected. Even though it is one of the leading technology companies, it somehow fails to detect two high school students who simply paint their bodies to blend in with the surroundings. Although this is their first time at Bloom Innovative Technology Company, Velma and Daphne, through an almost unbelievable stroke of luck, are still able to find the exact location of the mother. Soon after, Tobias appears and finally reveals his plan. He intends to use a machine to drain the ideas from the smartest people and claim those ideas as his own. He especially targets teenagers because they often come up with the most creative concepts, such as Spencer's idea of creating a phone that can instantly produce food. After finishing his explanation, Tobias activates the robotic spider that serves as the company's security guard. Despite being equipped with the most advanced technology, it surprisingly fails when facing Velma. At the same time, Daphne successfully rescues the mother. However, it is only then that they realize Tobias is nothing more than a hologram. As they continue investigating deeper inside the company, they unexpectedly come across Carol. She keeps insisting that Tobias has kidnapped her, but Velma and Daphne quickly expose the lie. With no way left to deny it, Carol finally admits that she is the true mastermind behind Bloom Innovative Technology Company. She has been using the company as a cover to abduct students and steal their creative ideas in order to gain wealth and fame. On top of that, she is over 25 years old, which shocks Velma and Daphne. Their surprise does not come from the complexity of her plan, but from the fact that her appearance still looks remarkably youthful at that age. Soon the sound of police sirens fills the air and Carol is destined to spend many years in prison once the truth about Bloom Innovative Technology Company is exposed. Ridge Valley High is forced to remove all of its equipment. Even though the school loses many modern conveniences, the students at least regain a healthier learning environment. The students who were once kidnapped return to their normal lives and are no longer left in a dazed state. Meanwhile, Velma and Daphne unexpectedly receive an encrypted file. The person behind everything has been watching them for quite some time and now decides to tease them with one final move.